Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. It was a wonderful day yesterday. We hosted a big end of the year dinner for our local group. I never got a head count, but well over 100 people were there, and it was great. It was just, nothing, no official meeting or anything. It was just a big huge dinner. Everyone gathered and talked and fellowshipped and ate lots and lots and lots of food. But it was a good day. There's a lot of things going on in the news, and as always, it's always someone's getting ready to attack someone, or something crazy is getting ready to happen. Iran and Israel are now back at it, at saying that they're going to bomb each other. Originally, it was just in the last day or so that it was leaked, or however it came out, that government officials believe that Iran is on the verge of striking Israel. And there's indication of that, of movement of ballistic missiles and things. And now Israel is saying that they're going to preemptively strike them. So that's going on. Russia and Ukraine is just heating up more and more. Ukraine has been lobbying more ATACMS and Storm Shadows, and now France has said that they can use their missiles, which are basically Storm Shadow missiles, also to attack deep inside of Russia. And there's this rumor in Washington that's now made, I mentioned it a few days back, because it did seem like at the time it was just a little rumor, not a rumor, it was just a little blip in a news story. Well, now that little blip in a news story has become the story that U.S. officials are now apparently having some fairly serious conversations about giving Ukraine nuclear weapons as a deterrence against Russia. And my gut tells me that would not be a deterrent, but we'll see. It's quite likely, right after the election, Joe Biden said that they were going to try to give everything they could to Ukraine between now and the time Trump took office. So, I mean, that would be included into everything, so that it's possible. More stuff going on about politics here in the United States. Don't really want to get into that. What I want to talk about today is, well, a few days ago, some of you, I never mentioned it in a video, some of you may know what I'm talking about. A few days ago, there was some posts online about a strange drone movement over New Jersey. And there was some video of it. And they said that there were some Black Hawk helicopters following these drones, that these drones were up in the air for over 2 hours, which is a very long time for a drone to be up in the air, especially anything that's not military. And a lot of people were concerned with it. And I kind of blew it off, thought it was nothing. And then the next day, it came out that local government officials were actually investigating this. They were unsure of what this was, where these drones came from. And since then, there have been numerous reports of drones flying over various military installations. Now, at the same time, the conversation has come back up in government, in the Senate actually, more Senate hearings on alien UFOs. Now, I am not insinuating in any way that these drones are aliens, but it is interesting that they're happening at the same time. And then there's this other strange phenomenon that Elon Musk has now gone from being billionaire, rocket man, social media guru, to being possibly one of the closest advisors to the incoming president, and basically is wherever Donald Trump's at, that's where Elon Musk is. Some people are even saying that Elon Musk is Donald Trump's handler. I don't necessarily believe that. I mean, I guess it's possible, but it's not what I believe. But it is strange that all of a sudden Elon Musk is right at the center of all the things political going on in the United States. And the reason why I'm mentioning all this is that I believe that we are on the verge of something that we've all talked about for the last few years. If you go back and you remember, I know we all have short memories, but if you go back and remember, 2, 3, 4 years ago, and so you were, other people were talking about this great reset, new world order, World Economic Forum, Agenda 2030, all that stuff, that a big part of that was to rapidly advance technology, that we would go into this new era of technology. Artificial intelligence, we've talked about that many times, robotics, all that sort of stuff, that it was going to basically take over digital currencies, digital ID, all of that, digital biometrics. And we have talked about this. I have talked about this with you many times, of the dangers of this, and how, if you remember this, that Yuval Noah Harari, or whatever the guy's name is, who I'm talking about, with the World Economic Forum. He has spoken extensively on how things are going to be, what the plan is. And every time we talk about that, you all, I'm sure, see this as this great evil, this kind of beast system evil. Well, I'm here to tell you that the stuff that's being talked about and the direction that things seem to be going with this new upcoming administration, it looks like that we are on the verge of this new technological revolution. Bitcoin is flirting around with 100,000. It will go over 100,000 soon. I don't know when, today, tomorrow, next week, but it will break that 100,000 ceiling. AI is predicting that by the end of 2025, that Bitcoin will be over 500,000. All cryptocurrencies are going crazy, and a part of that reason is because of Elon Musk and Donald Trump, because they both have talked very openly about, how we're going to have a cryptocurrency, start saving up money as a nation, have a stockpile of these things, and how there's this talk of that's the new currency, that the US dollar is failing, the US dollar isn't going to work, but we're not going to worry about switching over to a central bank digital currency. We will switch over to a decentralized digital currency, which does sound better. At least it's not controlled by the Fed, right? But the reality is it isn't any better. And now that Elon Musk is in such a prominent position, it really has me concerned. I know this guy is supposed to be this great freedom-loving patriot that bought this social media company and turned it into a free speech platform, and that's what everyone just loves him for. But if you really dig into this guy, he's very, very new age, very, very much in the whole push of technology. I mean, the guy develops AI. He was on the internet this weekend bragging about his brain chips, that people now that are being tested with these chips that they insert in the brain they're able to play video games without using their hands. They just sit there and they think about it, and they're able to play the video games. He's recently unveiled robots, artificial intelligent robots that will be your butler and maid and take care of you. And he says that within just a few years that nearly all households will have these robots. He's big on sending rockets up into space, and wants to colonize Mars, and wants to do that in just a few years. He's also the one that's created basically the Skynet system, which is the satellites that are everywhere, so that everyone on the planet can have internet. And he's successfully doing that. There's places on the planet that doesn't have running water or hardly electricity, but they have high-speed internet now, which is great for, getting on and watching videos. But it's also great for governments to monitor you, because it's very difficult to completely monitor everyone if there isn't internet access to monitor everyone. And so he's making that possible. Basically, this is a warning that I do think that we are about to shift into this new era of technology. And I think it's going to come quite quickly. There have been many people much smarter than I over the last year or two that's been warning about this. And I think a lot of folks was unsure how it would happen. It wasn't that we didn't believe it would happen. We weren't sure how it would happen. And I think now we're starting to see how it's going to happen. Donald Trump, while at his age and experience, probably isn't the most technologically savvy person on the planet, but he's got the most technologically savvy person on the planet, possibly, Elon Musk, right at his side. And he's everywhere Donald Trump goes now. And there's this constant talk of how technology is going to fix a lot of these problems. A lot of the problems that we have, technology is going to fix it. I mean, even to the point that Elon Musk is strangely now speaking with foreign government leaders about peace negotiations. That's strange. And I think we need to be extremely cautious and very well aware that this new system, whatever it is, this new era of rapid advancement in technology, it's very likely right around the corner. And when I say that, I mean within months or years of it happening. Digitalization of our currency is probably going to be one of the first things. And so many of us have, talked about how all this is bad. And then now all of a sudden that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are talking about digital currencies, slightly different, but still digital currencies in replacement of our current currency. Everyone thinks this is a great idea. Oh, it's great. It's not going to be like the CBDCs. This is different. It's going to be Bitcoin, and it's going to be Dogecoin. It's going to be, all these other things. And it's going to be good because it won't be controlled by the central bank. Well, no, it'll be controlled by corporations, basically, and governments that own a big bulk of it. And it is controllable, and it is able to be monitored, and it is able to be taken away. And if for those of you that say that's not true, well, how many times has the FBI seized a drug dealer or criminals' Bitcoins? It happens all the time. It can be controlled. And, it's not God's money, that's for certain. And we should be very well aware of what's going on. We need to include in our preps ways to live outside of this digital system. It's going to get to that point. My wife and I have had the conversation several times. There's going to come a day that devices like I'm recording on here, this cell phone, those are going to get destroyed and burned, and every other electronic device that we have will be destroyed. And it'll be a new day for us. To live without it. And we can. I mean, my goodness, I'm plenty old enough to remember growing up without this stuff. But we have to be developing a plan to live without it and to work around it, because it's coming. And the digital currency is going to be one of those things that, like I've said all along, it's going to be hard to live without it and to go around it, because it's going to be everywhere and everything. And I think that this is the stuff that's going to be happening. Could there be some great peace brought upon this planet because, Donald Trump is able to, make the deal, author the deal between Israel and Iran and Russia and Ukraine and all these other places? Yeah, it's possible. It's also very likely that rapid advancement of technologies are going to happen. And I know so many people see that as a good thing. And it can be. But I think there's also some pretty dark negatives that's going to come out of that. And we need to be ready for that, folks. It's time to get your houses in order and prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.